Good morning, children. I'm Richa Shrivastava. I am starting the chapter 5 after the pre periodic exam. So, children, the chapter 5 is soil. In this chapter, we will learn or we will discuss these points, which are soil, soil profile, soil erosion, and soil conservation. So, these are the important points of this chapter which we will discuss in this chapter 5. So soil, first point is soil. So let us start the chapter with the soil. Soil is the topmost layer of the earth. It is essential for plant growth as it supports life on the earth. Soil is home to many animals like earthworm, ant, mole, snake, and rabbit. So soil, everywhere you can see the soil where it is the uppermost or topmost layer, or we can say the uppermost or the topmost layer, which we can see by our eyes. So this layer is very essential for the growth of the plant, as well as so many smaller microorganisms and some other organisms like earthworm and snakes, rabbits. They can also live in the topmost layer or the soil. They make their holes, they make their homes inside this layer. So this soil is the home for these smaller animals like earthworm, ant, snakes, rabbits, as well as the plants. We can grow the plants in this layer also. So this is the activity which is given in this book. Read the words below and circle the use of soil. So आपको read करना है. You have to read the words below and circle the uses of soil. So pottery, gardening, cooking, bathing, and construction. So these are the names and these are the words. You have to read it and you have to circle it, the uses of soil. Making kacha house. What we use making kacha house, brick making, and farming. So children, you have to do this activity by your own. So pottery, gardening, cooking, bathing, construction, making kacha house, brick making, and farming. This is a very interesting and simple kind of activity which you have to do by your own. Okay, and if you are not able to do this, so we will discuss it in our next video. Okay, don't worry. Now the topic soil. So we can say that big rocks are broken down by the action of sun, wind, and water into smaller pieces until they become powder. So there are big rocks and big pebbles or rocks which are actually broken down, or they become smaller by the activity of sunlight, wind or air, and water into the smaller pieces. So thus water, the power of the water, the power of the wind, and the power of sunlight, they have these things. These are the natural things, and they having a power to break the soil or to break the rocks into the smaller pieces. And sometimes they make the big rocks into the powder. So sun, wind, and water, they are very powerful natural things. Okay, now the process in which sun, wind, and water breaks the big rocks into the smaller pieces and in the powder form is called weathering. So weathering is what? Weathering is the process by which sun, wind, and water converts the big rocks by their activity into the smaller pieces and in the powder. So this is known as weathering. The fine powder mixes with the remains of dead plants and animals to form soil. So after the weathering process, we will get the powder which is prepared by the wind, sun and water. This fine powder, when mixes with the remains of dead plants and animals, they become soil, or they constitute soil. So how the soil are made? So the soil is made up of, or soil is prepared by the powder form of big rocks and the dead parts of the animals and plants. It takes millions of years for rocks to change into soil. The process of soil making is not a very simple process, and it is not a very easier process. It is a very complicated process, and it takes longer time. It takes much more time. Sometimes it millions of years. It takes millions of years, in which the big rocks become soil by the activity of sun, wind and water. And then when they become powder, they mix with the dead plants and animals, and then they are said to be as soil. Now, soil is made up of gravel. Please underline this line better. This is the very important line. Soil is made up of gravel, sand, clay particles and humus. Okay. Now, sand, clay particles, the particle of the mud, humus, it is important. Humus is very important. So humus is the remains of dead plants and animals found in the soil. So please underline this also. Humus is, what is humus? It comes in this form in your question paper, because it is very important. It is asked in your question paper, like, what is humus, or describe the humus. Then you will write, humus is the remains of dead plants and animals found in the soil. This will be the answer of what is humus. So children, this is a very important line. Please underline this. Soil also contains air, water and microorganisms like bacteria and fungi. So first thing, what is soil? How the soil is prepared, or what are the conditions under which soil is prepared, or what are the factors which affects the constitution of soil. So soil is what? Soil is made up of gravel, sand, clay particles and humus. And humus is what? Humus is a dead remains of plants and animals which are found in the soil. So soil, you can see the soil in your surrounding, where you, like in the garden, you can easily see the upper layer, that in which we plant our trees and plant saplings. And you can, even when you dig this portion of the soil, you can easily see some microorganism like the bugs, like the beetles, like the snakes and earthworms. Ants are also found. So this layer is known as soil. This is the topmost upper layer, which are created by the activity or by the action of sun, wind and water. They convert the big rocks which are found in the Stone Age. They convert the big rocks into the powdered soil by the process weathering. And when this powdered soil mix with the dead plant and animals, they are said to be soil. So children, I hope you all have understood the soil. Now, soil also contains air, water and microorganisms like bacteria and fungi. You know very well, like in the soil, some microorganisms which are very smaller. Microorganisms are what? That are very small organisms which cannot seen by the naked eyes, like bacteria and fungi. The bacteria, fungi are very smaller in size, so we cannot see by our eyes. They are also found in the soil. And the air, air like oxygen, carbon dioxide. These are the kind of airs which are found in the soil. Water, of course, it is also found in the soil. So I hope you all have understood this paragraph. It is very important and it is an introductory paragraph also. Now, the next topic of our chapter, soil profile. So children, this is also very important. Soil profile. Soil profile is what? Soil profile is the layers of soil. Soil profile, in this soil profile we will learn the different layers. You can see here in this diagram, soil profile, there are multiple layers. So many layers are here, the top, the middle and the bottoms. Okay, so soil profile is the layers of soil. It has three layers: topsoil, subsoil and bedrock, which you can see here in this diagram. The topsoil, where the greenery are found, then the subsoil where the roots are there, and the bedrock where the pebbles and some broken pieces of rocks and pieces of stones are there. In this is a dry part, okay, where the amount of water is very less. We can say the least amount of water is found in the bedrock area. Okay, now we will study these layers one by one. So the uppermost layer of the soil is called topsoil. It contains sand, clay, humus, air and water. Humus provides essential nutrients to the plants for growth. So first layer is what? The uppermost, the topmost layer, that is topsoil. In the previous part of this chapter, in the first paragraph, we have discussed that soil. What is soil? After the explanation of soil, after understanding the soil, now we will discuss that what are the different layers of the soil, or we can say that soil is also having different layers. So the first layer of the soil is known as topsoil, which contains sand, clay, humus, air and water. Humus provides essential nutrients to the plants for growth, because in this topsoil we will grow, or the plants grows. So if the plants grows, for their growth and development the proper nutrients are required, and in this layer humus is present or found. That is why plant can easily get the nutrient and they can grow properly. Now the middle layer is the subsoil. It contains broken pieces of rocks and water. It has very little humus. The middle layer is known as subsoil, which having broken pieces of rocks, smaller broken pieces of rocks and water. But the amount of humus is very less. Humus, if I ask a question, in which layer, topsoil, subsoil or bedrock, among all these layers, in which layer having the maximum amount of humus? So what will be the answer, children? Yes, of course, the answer will be the topsoil, because topsoil contains the maximum humus content. Now the last layer, that is bedrock. So what is bedrock? The bottom layer is the bedrock. It is deep inside the earth and contains large pieces of rocks. It is the last layer, or we can say the bottom layer of the soil is known as bedrock. It is deep inside the earth and contains large pieces of rocks and without much amount of water. Means we can say that the least amount of water is found in this bedrock, whereas the least amount of humus is found in the subsoil, and the maximum amount of soil and nutrients are found in the topsoil. So this is all about your soil profile, children. So I hope you all have understood the soil and soil profile. So I'm going to finish my today's video. Children, this is your homework to draw this soil profile. Thank you for watching video. Stay home and stay safe.